Hello everyone, so we are from group 8, we'll present our writing assessment. So our group members are Yohana Andrea and me, Margaretha Eflyn, and Renata Crista. So about basic type of writing, there are 5 basic type of writing. The first one is expository writing. In an expository piece, a topic will be introduced and laid out in a logical order without reference to the author's personal opinions. So, expository writing can be found in textbook or essay. Next one is about descriptive writing. Um, This helps the reader visualize in detail a character, event, place, or all these things at once. The author might describe the scene in terms of all 5 senses. So, descriptive writing can be found in comic or poetry. So next, the third is narrative writing. The purpose of narrative writing is to tell a story, whether that story is real or imaginary. So, a piece in a narrative style will have character, and through the narrative, the reader learns what happens to them. So, narrative writing can also include dialogue. Narrative writing can be found in stories or autobiography. Next, about persuasive writing. So, this means that the reader to assume the other point of view. The author will express personal opinion in the piece and herself with evidence so that the reader will agree with him or her. Persuasive writing can be found in advertisement or reviews. So the last one is journal or letter writing. Uh, Journal or letter writing can be found in journal or diaries.
So next is types of writing performance. There is 4 types of writing performance. First is imitative writing, is focused strictly on the grammatical aspect of writing. They must attain skill in basic tasks of writing, words, and punctuation. This is a common way to teach children how to write. Learners are trying to master their mechanic of writing. Second is intensive writing. This is a skill in selecting and producing appropriate vocabulary in given context, collocation, items, and correct grammatical feature. The assessment tests are focused on form. The third, responsive writing. Learners are required to perform in disclosure level. This also requires learners to connect sentences into paragraphs and create a sequence of 2 or more paragraphs. And the last is extensive writing. Learners are required to do writing on the wide range of topics and in various styles. Learners focus on achieving purpose and how they develop an idea. This type of writing is focused on grammatical form.
Alright guys, so now I'm going to tell you how to assess students' writing. First, be sure to know what you want students to be able to do and why. Good assessment practices start with a pedagogical sound assignments description and learning goals for the writing task at hand. The type of feedback given on any task should depend on the learning goals you have for students and the purpose of the assignment. Think early on about why you want students to complete a given writing project. What do you want them to know? What do you want students to be able to do? Why? How will you know when they have reached this goal? What methods of assessment will allow you to see what that student have accomplished these goals? What will distinguish the strongest project from the weakest? Begin designing writing assignment with your learning goals and method of assignment. The second is plan and implement activities that support student in meeting the learning goals. How will you support student in meeting these goals? What writing activities will you allow time for? How can you help students meet these learning goals? And the third, begin giving feedbacks early in the writing process. Give multiple types of feedback early in the writing process. For example, talking with students about ideas, write written response on drafts, have students respond to their peers' draft in process, etc. These are always for students to receive feedback while they are still in the process of revising. The fourth is structure opportunities for feedback at various points in the writing process. Students should also have opportunities to receive feedback on their writing at various stages in the writing process. This doesn't mean that teachers need to respond to every draft of a writing project. Structuring time for peer response and group workshop can be a very effective way for students to receive feedback from other writers in the class and for them to begin to learn, to revise and edit their own writing. Next, be open with students about your expectation and purposes of the assignments. Students respond better to writing projects when they understand why the project is important and what they can learn through the process of completing it. Be explicit about your goals for them as writers and why those goals are important to their learning. Additionally, talk with students about methods of assignment, of assessment. Some teachers have students help collaboratively design rubrics for the grading of writing. Whatever method of assessment you choose, be sure to let students in on how they will be evaluated. Last but not least, do not burden students with excessive feedback. Our instinct as teacher, especially when we are really interested in students' writing, is to offer as many comments and suggestions as we can. However, providing too much feedback can leave students feeling daunted and uncertain where to start in terms of revision. Try to choose one or two things to focus on when responding to a draft. Over student concrete possibilities or strategies for revision. Next.
Okay, so here is the writing task sample. So our group chose essay task as the writing task that can be applied in high school students or college students. So the teacher also provides three perspectives to help students understand the text well. Like in this slide, there are perspective one, perspective two, perspective three that related to the previous text, so the student can understand the text well. So here is the task for them. The students have to write a unified, coherent essay about the conflict between public health and individual freedom. In their essay, they have to be sure that they clearly state their own perspective on the issue and analyze the relationship between their perspective and at least one other perspective. Second, they have to make sure that they develop and support their ideas with reasoning and examples. Next, they have to organize their idea clearly and logically. And last but not least, they have to communicate their ideas effectively in standard written English.
So this is the example of rubric for essay assessment. We have five aspects in here. First is focus. This is the single controlling point made with an arrangement of tasks about the specific topic. And the second is content. This is the how they develop the idea through facts, opinion, and explanation, etc. And the third is organization, is the order developed and sustained with it and across paragraph using traditional device. And the fourth is style, is the choice, use, and arrangement of word and sentence that can create tone and voice. And the last is convention, is the use of grammar, spelling, usage, and etc. And here our references that we got. And that's all from our group presentation. Thank you for watching.